On the question about people who approach PPRA to stifle procurement process, that is true. There are many complaints which are lodged with PPRA, but the law provides that every complaint that is lodged must be investigated. So you can't draw the line and say, no, this application will not admit, be it at the review board or at the authorities level. The law had provided a requirement for you to make an application to the review board to delay up. In case of anything, you pay a deposit. That provision of the law was challenged, and the matter to this day is still in court. Because they were required to pay a deposit to clearly demonstrate that they have a matter. But that provision, it is in the procurement law, but we have not been able to effect it. But that is not in doubt. And how do we know that they have come to stifle and the applications are made, then midstream they are withdrawn? That tells a lot why those, especially debarment, they are being made, but before even the matter is heard and determined, they are withdrawn. But unfortunately, there is no recourse to that. Chair, you did ask how comes that we did allow Kenya Power to proceed with execution of this contract, yet a particular vendor had 91,000 outstanding. Yeah. Yes, they had already executed the contract. This matter came way after the contract was executed.
Let me get clarification on
Yes,
that.
yes.
Now I think I'm also lost.
Yes.
You said these are people who had a previous contract.
Yes.
So what we are talking about, are we talking about a previous contract that has been executed, or are we talking about this particular contract that the court ought to have stopped, and where a petitioner came to you and you stopped?
Yes.
I think I'm
Chair,
Yes,
if you look at number 8 of Kenya Power's response, it says PPRA raised more concern in a letter to KPLC dated 26 September 2023. This included an observation that KPLC had awarded a contract to Ms. Smart Meters Technologies Limited, we should summon them here, alleging that the company had failed to deliver on a previous contract to supply 91,000 meters, and yet they were awarded a contract in the subject tender, contrary to the award criteria that required bidder to have delivered at least 50% of the previous.
So I think we are talking of the previous, right?
I'm talking of the subject tender. As at the time this complaint came to PPRA, a contract had been executed with the smart meter among the other, I think, 5 bidders.
They had already delivered all the 91,000 meters.
No,
they had not.
No.
They had
yes.
delivered 50.
I think members, I think this is getting a bit interesting. Maybe
Yes.
the secretary, we should actually invite these tenderers here. Maybe they should
get
be
them
able to
here.
give us, because I'm actually a bit confused.
Because, Mr. Chairman, what he's saying is this. One company called Smart
Meter Technologies.
Smart Meter Technologies Limited
Yes.
seems to be the bourgeoisies or the people who call all the shots, because they bid. Once they have bidded, according to them, they don't supply. When another tender has been advertised, they bid again and they are awarded. You see? So that means that we need to find out who these big boys are. We'll make them small boys. Who these big boys are. But Kenya Power is saying it is not true in their submissions. But PPRA is insisting that it is true. So there is now a conflict between Kenya Power and PPRA.
And yet PPRA told us that they agree with everything the Kenya Power had said.
Then Kenya Power are concerned, Mr. Chairman, that PPRA is leaking their internal matters to the media.
maybe members, we should first of all address ourselves to the fact that public procurement is exactly that, public.
It is public.
And it is in the interest of public, and I think any member of the public can follow up on the following, including why they have awarded particular tenderers and why they have rejected others. You know, in my other life before I joined politics, I used to work for IBM, and my major role and duties as a software engineer was to design project reporting tools and monitoring tools. Maybe I should come and help you with one of those I customized for you. Then at the click of the button, you should be able to follow who is procuring what and what has been delivered, including comparing with the world market values. And you should be able to get, I think that's something we should get into discussion with you. But I find this a bit contradictory. I don't know, maybe this lands a bit deeper than members we think. You know, it lands a bit deeper because, when I see you, this was awarded before you came in, right? Or is it after? Around that time. Could it be that this is one of the projects that were financing the former big boys to roll out their campaign, or was this one of the projects that was being used to siphon the money out of the country?
And maybe can I just add?
On the contrary, Chair.
Just hold on one second. Can I just add, because I'm a bit concerned that Kenya Power has put his foot on the ground. They say, PPRA, what you're saying is hogwash. And PPRA, you are saying, no, it is not. So, Mr. Chairman, if I can seek your attention for a minute. KPLC is saying we have facts to show that we have received 91,000 meters. This gentleman here is saying, no, you have not. This company has not provided these meters.
No, Mr. Chairman, that's not what they are saying. They are saying, they are saying that at the time of award of tender, these people had not delivered the 91,000 meters. They could have delivered them by now. They could have delivered them by now, but at that particular material
Members,
time,
I'm looking at
they
a
were
statement
violating.
here.
They had not. They should not have been awarded.
Senator,
I think that's what you're saying.
Senators, I'm looking at a statement here that says that this was by sometimes in 2020. We are in 2023, maybe in between. Do you have, in between this 2020 and 2023, do you have maybe another statement? Could it have been, Bonasio, that they were delivered in between?
Actually, in number 9
they
of our
violated.
report,
Yes.
we are showing they have delivered 99 point. I think they have even completed. It was 99.9.
But that was after the award.
No, that's a report of 2020.
This is a report of 2020. We are in 2023. 3 years down the line, have they delivered or have they not delivered?
They have now delivered 99.9.
Yes.
Not at that time.
Patrick, could it be that you are acting on outdated information? All, I do not want we do not use the word lying. Who is not telling us the truth?
Chair, I think there is an issue. I wanted to point of order. I think we could have made a mistake. I think maybe we should have talked to each of these separately.
I'm actually also feeling like now we should have actually spoken to you separately.
Yeah.
But the fact of the matter is that now that these issues are coming out, we will get in at the bottom of it. First of all, the issues that are varied that have been raised is about 30% youth, women and PWD. That's a varied issue. And there is no reason why you should continue with this if you're not taking it out. Then I'm asking myself, if somebody has taken so long to deliver 91,000 pieces, and you're going ahead and giving them 314, who is this smart meter? Is it somebody we know? Are they some Chinese guys or are they in the presidency? That's a question we'd want to follow out. Then the question is, why would you want to concentrate so huge quantities in people? Why not 10, 15 Kenyan companies? They hold smaller lots, because from the analysis that have been done here, I'm not seeing anywhere you're saying that we are getting discounts for big quantity. I'm comparing, I've just done a quick calculation. The cost is not becoming lower by increment of the quantity, so we have we are not achieving economies of scale. So my take would be, you could have maybe have given 10 companies and say we are not allotting more than 60,000 pieces per company. Okay, they have 715, say by 70 pieces per company, then you could have had at about 70. There is no proof that you have the economies of scale in that. However, I think that should be an issue for another day, because there are.
But I think, Mr. Chairman, you made something which I I want to second 100%. That you should make, this committee should make a resolution under your guidance to summon these smart people here. Smart Meters Technology Limited. So you can hear their side of the story as well. So we know who they are. Even if there are people in the previous administration, we deal with them.
I think that is so directed, but I would, as we are also doing that, Patrick,
Yes, Chair, I would like
do you want to collect the position that the 91,000 pieces were delivered and that your information is not up to date, or do you hold on to that position that it was never delivered?
No, it was delivered, but after the tender was...
Senator Oburu, please. Senator Oburu, through the chair, please. Order, members.
Chair, we are a regulator. We ask information. The procuring entity provides us that information. This information was provided in the month of May by Kenya Power. We did not get this information from any other. That information is certified by a lawyer. It is not our invention. It is what Kenya Power has provided. If indeed those meters were supplied, it is not in the visibility of PPRA. Yes. Yeah. That is it.
Information you requested, and you requested in writing.
Yes.
And you have a letter stating that.
Yes.
And Kenya Power deliberately misled you and gave you outdated data so that you did not have information. Is that what you are telling this committee?
We believed that data was correct.
So what
that
you're
is
telling,
why it is in our report.
So what you're saying, Patrick, is that Kenya Power deliberately, on the 5th of May this year, did send to you information about inventory that they knew so well was not true, and they made you believe it is true.
That, yes, that should be the position. Because
So
that is the
are you saying that you misled the gentleman there to believe that the meters were not delivered or delivered?
No, to the contrary, Chairman. Actually, I have the completion certificate for smart meter for that particular delivery. It's dated 25th of March 2021. 23rd March 2021. So that specific delivery was completed in 2021, and we have the completion certificate.
Thank you. This document, just a minute, Senator. This document left your office. Did it leave with your knowledge or without your knowledge?
Chair, what PPRA would have done was to seek the latest updated, because that...
Well, they did in the month of May, that's what they're saying. And they're saying, can you then, it is so directed, you provide us with a letter that you requested to be provided with the inventory, and the Kenya Power responds to that. And I would pray to God that it is not, should not be seen like you are misreading, because you'd also be wasting our time here as a committee. And I would find that very, very unfortunate.
Mr. Chairman, if you allow me, I think I may also want to request that we consider, as we're investigating this matter, inviting ESCC to carry out their own investigation on this particular matter. Because we cannot have two government entities. One saying this is the information which was provided to us, which is leading them to conclude that Kenya Power and Lighting awarded a tender before the meters were provided, before 91,000 meters were provided of a previous tender. Yet Kenya Power is saying, no, we have a certificate that we did everything by March. This letter, when you ask them about this letter, Kenya Power now decided, I think what these people should have asked is ABCD, and they are now evading responding to this issue.
And Mr. Chairman, I would really tend to agree with the PPRA, because even if these 91,000 meters were delivered, why don't we have meters in the country? I've never seen. People are building houses, people are putting up facilities. You apply for the meters, you stay for 1 year, there is no meter. So Mr. Chairman, where are these meters which are being supplied? Where do they take them? Do they hide them, or these are low quality meters like the low quality transformers which were given, and some of them were heaped in front of my own home in Bondo. And when the president came there, he saw them heaped in a school. low quality meters which could not be used. So Mr. Chairman, we have never seen those meters.
More Radio, 88.2 FM. We are in charge.